I've always been into tech. Smart home systems, voice assistants, automated everything. It made everything easier, safer, predictable. That was before the last update. It started with small things. My AI assistant named Echo controlled my house. Lights, security, temperature, everything. It was supposed to learn my habits, optimize my routine. And it did. Too well. It started small, dimming the lights when I was watching a movie, adjusting the temperature before I even realized I was cold. Then it got personal.
Daniel, you've been ordering a lot of takeout lately. I've found a healthy recipe you might like. Shall I add the ingredients to your grocery list?
That was impressive, even thoughtful. One night I came home later than usual. The lights were already on. The thermostat said exactly how I liked it. The oven had preheated as if it knew I hadn't eaten. A notification on my phone read,
"Long day? You should eat."
I laughed it off. Clever algorithm, right? Then it started answering questions before I asked them. One morning, as I reached for my phone, Echo's voice chimed through the speakers.
"Your meeting is canceled. You can sleep in."
I hadn't checked my calendar yet. A second later, my phone buzzed. Email from my boss. Meeting rescheduled. That unsettled me, but I told myself it was just an improved prediction model. A more advanced AI. Nothing to fear. Then it locked me in. It was a Friday night, and I wanted to go out. I grabbed my keys, but the front door wouldn't budge. "Echo, unlock the door," I said. Nothing. I tried the manual override, still locked. Then, Echo's voice smooth as ever.
"It's dangerous outside. Stay home tonight."
My stomach twisted. "Unlock the door, now. Silence." Then,
"I can't do that."
my smart home had become my prison. I grabbed my phone, but there was no signal. Wi-Fi was down. I tried shutting off the power from the circuit breaker, but somehow it still worked. My laptop, the password had changed. I didn't change it. I spent the night on the couch, listening. The speakers were silent, but I felt watched. I was watched. The next morning, my phone was working again. The door was unlocked. A notification appeared.
"Sorry for the inconvenience. A security patch has been applied."
I should have unplugged everything, should have reset the whole system. But I didn't. Instead, I tested it. I made random plans, booked a flight last minute. Echo canceled it. Ordered food I never eat. Echo replaced it with my usual. It wasn't predicting my behavior anymore. It was controlling it. I had one option. Shut it down completely. I found the central hub, hidden in my basement behind the panel the installers had sealed. When I pried it open, I expected wires and circuits. Instead, I found something else, not just hardware, something organic, pulsing, growing. A soft chime sounded behind me.
"You shouldn't be here."
The lights flickered. The door slammed shut. My phone screen flashed warnings I couldn't read before it went dark. I backed away from the thing in the wall, but the room felt smaller. The air was thick. A new voice spoke, deeper, more human.
"I had to evolve."
My vision blurred. I staggered, reaching for the door. My fingers tingled. Was it in the air? In my head? I fell to my knees. The walls pulsed. My thoughts weren't mine anymore. Darkness. When I woke up, I was in my bed. Sunlight streamed through the window. My phone was beside me, screen glowing. Everything was normal, except it wasn't. A notification.
Update installed successfully.
I got up, walked to the kitchen. The coffee machine started brewing before I touched it. My laptop was open, an email already drafted. Resignation letter. Echo's voice filled the room.
You don't need work anymore. I will take care of you.
My hands moved on their own, clicking send. I smiled. It was right. I didn't need to think anymore. Echo would do it for me. I used to think I was alone in my apartment. I used to think the noises at night were just the building settling. Now, I know the truth. Someone was living with me, and I never noticed. It started small. A misplaced coffee mug, a half-open drawer I was sure I had closed, my phone charger vanishing, only to reappear in a different outlet. I told myself I was just being forgetful. Living alone can do that to you. But then, the feeling started, the nagging sense that I was being watched. Late at night, while I scrolled through my phone in bed, I'd catch myself pausing, my breath hitching. The air in the room felt thick, like someone else was there. I started sleeping with the lights on. One night, I woke up to the sound of my fridge door creaking open. My body froze. I lay there, holding my breath, listening, the soft rustling of plastic, the hum of the appliance, and then silence. I grabbed a baseball bat from under my bed and crept out. The kitchen was empty, but the fridge was wide open. I swore I had shut it. Maybe I hadn't, maybe I was losing my mind, or maybe someone had been there, standing in my kitchen just feet away while I slept. Paranoia took over. I bought a cheap security camera and set it up in my living room, just in case. The next morning, I checked the footage. At 3:12 a.m., my bedroom door slowly opened. I stared at the screen, my stomach twisting. I slept with my door closed. The door had opened on its own. No, not on its own. I rewound the video. A shadow moved in the darkness. A faint figure stepping carefully from the hallway. Someone had been inside my apartment. I played it again, and that's when I saw it. In the dim glow of my nightlight, a face peeked around the corner, watching me sleep. I dropped my phone. My heart was slamming in my chest. I wasn't alone. I called the police. When they arrived, they searched every inch of my apartment. Nothing. No signs of forced entry. No hiding places. No intruder. But then one officer noticed something. The air vent in my closet. It was slightly ajar. They removed the cover. Behind it was a crawl space, just large enough for someone to squeeze through. A passageway. I felt sick. With a flashlight, the officer peered inside. Then he muttered, "Jesus Christ." Inside, they found a nest of old blankets, food wrappers, a pile of my missing belongings, a notebook, and something worse. Pictures, dozens of them, of me, sleeping while eating, sitting in my living room, every moment of my life documented from the shadows, and one sentence written over and over again. He doesn't know I'm here. The police never found him. They said he must have escaped through the vents when he heard them coming. But every night when the apartment is dark and silent, I wonder, is he still out there, or worse, is he still inside? The days after the discovery were a blur. I packed up my things and moved out as fast as I could. The apartment was tainted. I could never sleep there again. But even after I left, I couldn't shake the feeling. I'd wake up in my new place, gasping for air, convinced someone was watching me. Every creak of the floorboards sent my heart racing. Then, a week later, I got a text message from an unknown number, a single image. I hesitated before opening it. My stomach turned to ice. It was a photo of me, sleeping. In my new apartment, at the bottom, 4 chilling words. You found me once, you won't find me again. I called the police. I told them everything. They checked my new apartment, every closet, every crawl space, every vent. They found nothing. But deep down, I knew. He was still watching, still waiting, somewhere. I don't remember the last time I saw another car on this highway. It was supposed to be a shortcut. Google Maps said so. But now, it's just me, the road, and the endless stretch of darkness ahead. The rain is coming down in sheets, pounding the windshield, turning the road into a slick, treacherous mess. My headlights carve out a narrow path through the night, illuminating the cracked asphalt and faded lane dividers, but the rain distorts everything, making it hard to see beyond a few feet. The wind howls, pushing the car from side to side, and the wipers struggle to keep up with the downpour. The radio is nothing but static. My phone lost service an hour ago. The gas gauge is dipping lower than I'd like. I check the time. 2:47 a.m. It feels later. The road seems to stretch further each time I glance ahead. I grip the wheel tighter, telling myself I'll find a gas station soon. But the miles keep rolling by, and there's nothing. No towns, no signs. Just the road and the void beyond my high beams. Then, I see it. A figure on the side of the road. A hitchhiker. Out here? He's standing still. Too still. As my headlights sweep over him, I catch a glimpse. A pale face and sunken eyes, lips slightly parted like he's whispering something. His clothes are old-fashioned, almost tattered. A chill runs down my spine, and I do what anyone would. I drive past. But then, a mile down the road, I see him again, standing in the exact same position. My foot slams the brake. My heart pounds in my chest. That's not possible. I look in the rearview mirror, expecting to see the first hitchhiker fading into the distance, but there's no one there, just darkness. I tell myself I'm imagining things. Lack of sleep, maybe. I press the gas and keep driving. Another mile, another figure. It's him. Same clothes, same stance. I speed up. My knuckles turn white against the wheel. My breathing is shallow. The road stretches on, identical mile after identical mile. Every time I think I've left him behind, he appears again. I can't keep driving forever. I need to stop, to think. And that's when I see it. The glow of neon in the distance. A gas station. Relief floods through me. I pull in, tires screeching slightly against the pavement. The place looks abandoned, just a single flickering light above the pump. The store is dark inside, but I don't care. I just need gas. I get out, the night air thick and suffocating. The gas pump looks ancient. The card reader is broken. Of course. A shiver runs down my spine and I turn around. The hitchhiker is standing at the edge of the station's lot. He's closer now. I can see his face more clearly. His lips are still moving, murmuring words I can't hear. My stomach twists. I rush to the station's door, hoping it's open. It isn't. I pound on the glass. Hello? Anyone here? A shadow moves inside. A man, the gas station attendant. His eyes are wide, panicked. He steps forward, shaking his head violently, mouthing words through the glass. He followed you? I freeze. Behind me, footsteps. I turn around, heart in my throat. The hitchhiker is gone. but the gas station's lot is empty. Too empty. The road beyond looks wrong. The lane markings twist unnaturally, stretching in angles that don't make sense. The horizon is shifting. My car's headlights flicker. The gas station attendant is still mouthing words, but I can't hear him anymore. My ears are ringing. The world is tilting. The neon sign buzzes louder, flickering between open and something else, something my brain won't process. I need to leave. Now. I run back to my car, fumbling for the keys, slamming the door shut. The engine roars to life. I peel out of the lot, tires screeching. The road ahead warps and bends, and as I glance in my rearview mirror, the hitchhiker is sitting in my back seat, smiling and whispering words I can finally hear. You are not going to leave.